Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to today's pre-market video. Just to give a bit of context as to what pre-market is. Pre-market is the period before the market opens for trading. And so I call this a pre-market video because the video is usually out before pre-market on the NGX, which is the Nigerian equities market or the Nigerian stock market, but I focus on the equities side of things. You have other assets that trade. I think you have a bit of bonds and trading on the NGX as well, but I focus on equities or stocks. As always, before we get right into it, please like, share, subscribe. It helps to grow the channel, helps the algorithm. Thank you for everyone who does so. Thank you. I've been seeing increasing buzz in the comment section. Thank you for everyone who decides to do so. And please feel free to ask questions. I do my best to answer questions. The only thing I won't answer is I can't slash won't slash shouldn't slash don't slash whatever adjective you use. I can't give investment advice. It's not right really to do that if you don't have a whole context of someone's financial situation. And I also tell clients as well and tell everybody who watches my channel that content is not investment or trading advice. You need to do your own research. I said in the previous recording that I did, which I forgot to put on my mic, tough love, that there's a lot that happens in markets that one can say, but one can act on if you believe that the facts are those are the facts. In financial markets, there's a saying that you buy the rumor and sell the news. So sometimes I could have stocks that are in the rumor mill, and if I believe the rumor mill is true, or if I'm seeing price action, volume action, definitely means something is happening, and so I'd act on them. But I may not be able to speak on them because I'd rather not speak on what I'm not sure of, but I may act. So it's possible. Please do your own research, and research means you have to crunch your own numbers. If you don't want to do so, maybe you should go invest in a stock ETF or mutual fund focus on stocks. But even for that, you still need to do your own research. But research is admittedly much more easier for those investment vehicles. Criteria for my watch list: price and volume movements, corporate actions. Corporate action simply means any announcements made by the firm. On my watch list today, you have FCB Group, UACN, NACO, Hallmark Insurance, Consolidated Insurance, to use the full name. I had this stock I removed from my watch list, and I'll talk about it after I've run through everything. FCB Group, I think, was the most actively traded stock yesterday by volume, over 80 million shares traded. FCB Group has been trading large volume, so the question I might ask is who's buying and who's selling? I don't know yet. You heard stories here and there, but I don't know yet. Nothing's been confirmed, but obviously somebody has been selling large volumes and somebody is on the receiving end. So who be who? UACN, bull run from last week, was the best performing stock last week, up over 60%. UACN closed yesterday, bit over 97. Naira is share. I think that the momentum could continue. It's very likely the stock will break the 100 Naira mark. If it doesn't break the 100 Naira mark today, it's very likely it will break it sometime this week or next coming week. But definitely, what's the worst case scenario? Maybe the stock range trains from 80 to 100. If they're able to close that deal, I think, and I'm working on, I'm trying to work on a video or rating podcast, audio podcast on UACN. But long story short about it is that transaction will make this firm a significantly bigger firm, bigger in terms of revenues, bigger in terms of profit, hopefully. And it's a major one. And in case you're wondering what the transaction is, last week they announced that they're going to buy Chi Limited. Chi Limited is the firm behind Hollandia Yogurts, Chivita, Juice, and all that. So it's a huge transaction. I'm trying to work out the numbers. I guess till we get the deal closes and then we see the final numbers. But if you're an analyst who's pretty smart enough and you dig around, I'm sure you can do your own research and try to work out what do I think UACN will be valued at post-transaction, how much do I think their revenues will go up post-transaction, profit after tax up post-transaction, and you can then do your own internal valuation. So NACO has been range trading. I said that in one of my videos. Stock has been moving between the 90s, 90, 95, 98, 110, 120. So for traders who have decent firepower, decent cash, then it's an interesting stock to play because you're just doing your 5%, 10%, and you move out. You might ask, is that small? Is that big? But I mean, if you're a crypto person, it's changed to you. But for someone with significant funds, maybe a million, 10 million, easily, I mean, you're doing 10% of 10 million naira in a week or two, that's major because 1 year T-bill is doing, I think, 16 or 18%. So that is major. And so NACO, I think, is in the line of sight for many people who are traders. I don't trade, except I see an occasional short-term mispriced stock and all that, but I don't trade for a daily or day-to-day living and all that. I'm simply an equity research analyst. Consolidated Hallmark result insurance traded large volumes. I've written my script. There will be to come out this evening. I'm doing a podcast episode on Consolidated Hallmark insurance. There's lots to unpack. I think if you're someone who's interested in insurance space, or you just want to broaden your knowledge about stocks and your investment invest, I think watch out on Spotify. It will be out. Should I put a time to it? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, let's put a time to it. I have it out by 6 p.m. West African time. So keep an eye on Spotify page. Keep an eye maybe on YouTube as well. I might just include a few pages. I'm still thinking about it. I might include a few pages. So just watch out for the YouTube video that goes up by 6 p.m. Daily market summary. Watch out on Spotify. Spotify probably will have more context and all that. But stock has been on my radar this week, or a higher place on my radar this week because of the interim dividend that they will be paying. There was a stock I left out, which has been trading large volumes since months, weeks. Investor insurance. Fundamentally speaking, it doesn't rank very high on my list, but from a volume perspective, I guess it's a trader's delight because there's been large volumes. I don't think there's any day that stock does less than maybe 5 million, 10 million shares, sometimes significantly more than that in terms of volume. For more content, check out greenticketdeals.com. I should have maybe in another 3 hours, I'd have my post on downstream oil and gas space. I'd have a post out on that. I may have a post out on a few other stocks as well. Now that it's a relatively relaxed week, I can settle down and write. Writing tends to be more time consuming because you have more details to share. While with a video like this, I can give you a few details, Spotify, a few details as well. So follow me everywhere. In an ideal world, I'd like to have all my content go out everywhere, but I just don't have the time to do that. I have a day job that takes my time. So all links are in my bio on YouTube, and you can get them there. Questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. Send an email as well. If you want to send an email, you can do so. I have a anonymous link as well. I'm not sure if it's in my family of links I have here, but whichever ways you want to do things, I'm more than willing to take questions, and I try to be forthright and answer as long as it's not what can be acted on as investment advice. So have a good and profitable trading day ahead. See you guys at the end of market close.